How long does it take the balance to double? So if we had a bank account that earns 6% per year compounded annually, all right, we want to use the formula B equals P times 1 plus R raised to the T. So if our money is going to double, let's assume that we invested an initial amount, a present value of $1,000, then it would be double that when it reaches a future value of $2,000. And so since we're using a rate of 6%, what we're looking for now is the time it takes to double. So we want to solve this equation for t. Another way to consider this solution is to look at the graph. So we'll say this is the line 2,000. This is the function growing from 1,000 until it reaches 2,000. So we're looking for this point along the graph. And it turns out that this is 11.90. So if we had solved this equation, we would get t equal 11.9 years. Next, let's consider an account which earns 6% compounded monthly. If it was compounded monthly, the formula we would use is B is equal to P times 1 plus R divided by N raised to the NT. So if my money doubles, let's just say that we invested a present value of $1,000, which will double to $2,000, growing in an account that earns 6% compounded monthly, then what we need to do is solve this equation for t. And so we could graph this. Here's our 2,000, and here's our account that starts at 1,000 and grows. So what we want to do is find that point along the graph where it reaches the 2,000 mark. And as it turns out, that would take place at 11.58 years. So if we were to solve the equation, we should get t equals 11.58 years. Finally, let's consider a bank account that earns 6% compounded continuously. So for continuous compounding, our formula would be B equals P times E raised to the RT. So the equation we need to solve would be 2,000 equals 1,000 times E raised to the 0.06 t. So if we were to graph this like the others, here's our 2,000 mark. Here's our account at 1,000 growing. We need to find out where this point is along the graph. Turns out that's at 11.55 years. So if we'd solve the equation, we should get t equals 11.55 years.